AITA for not agreeing to let my granddaughter bring her cake pops to my Christmas celebration? I'll preface this by saying that I host Christmas celebration at my home every year. I have a son and a daughter, both married with kids. They and their spouses help out with the celebration planning, but I take care of the food mostly. Everybody seems to be on an agreement except for the desserts. Now for desserts, I had made a specific list of what to serve. Together with my older granddaughters, 18 and 16, we're going to prepare a cranberry cake and white chocolate dip madeleines and blondies. It all started when my son told me that my younger granddaughter, Jenny, 10, wanted to bring cake pops to the gathering and asked if I could add this to my dessert list. I bluntly said I was sorry, but it wouldn't work because, like I said, the dessert list is very specific. And also, cake pops don't really seem to be properly going with all the other elaborated dessert options on the list. He said that it's not a big deal and that he was sure the guests will love the cake pops as much as the other desserts, and that it'd mean so much for her. I said I was sorry and offered that maybe she bring those cake pops to a family birthday party. He got upset and talked about how I'm letting my other granddaughters participate while excluding Jenny. I said that my two older granddaughters participate under my supervision. He offered that Jenny bakes the cake pops under my supervision, but I said I don't have the time for that. Also, my older granddaughters have more experience and techniques, but Jenny is still a child learning. I'm not discouraging her from her passion. I just don't feel like what she makes is considered ready to be put on the menu since we have lots of relatives who are hard to please. He argued that I was prioritizing the guests' feeling over my own granddaughters, but I assured him that it's not true. He left and hasn't been responding to my phone calls. I just found that he told his dad this morning that he's contemplating not attending Christmas with us this year, which I thought was unnecessary and unreasonable. But I could use some unbiased opinion on this. I'll never understand this level of obsession some families go through for what is supposed to be a relaxing holiday to celebrate how much you love your family and not show off how rich and snooty you are. Anyways, YTA. I'm embarrassed for you. What a lifetime negative memory you've made. YTA. YTA. Why does the youngest not get an invite with the older two to help bake, decorate? Oh, God. What the YTA? The sweetheart is 10. This isn't a corporate party at a Hilton aimed to impress a wealthy donor. This is a family gathering attended by family. At 10 you wouldn't have caught me dead slaving over cake pops to bring to a holiday party. I would have brought 3 chapter books and a bad attitude. She's excited to help Grandma and is already rolling up her sleeves to make something yummy to bring to share with her loved ones. Why on earth wouldn't you encourage this? I'm honestly heartbroken having read this. Edit. Okay. So are we all agreed that Jenny should open her brick and mortar cake pop business in March of 2023? Cake pops don't really seem to be properly going with all the other elaborate dessert options on the list. I don't understand what this means. Why do desserts have to match? Isn't it better for there to be variety if someone doesn't like something? Are you doing a photo shoot for a magazine? Then let people bring dishes they like and not just you like. YTA. Is she asking you to make them? No. Is it going to hurt anyone to have them there? Also no. Will it make your granddaughter happy because she is contributing? Yes. Get over yourself and your precious menu and let the child bring the cake pops. YTA. Edited to remove incorrect info. YTA. 10 yo girl wants to bring cake pops and you say, no, because it doesn't fit your aesthetics? Wow. Here's your award for worst grandma of the year. I just found that he told his dad this morning that he's contemplating not attending Christmas with us this year, which I thought was unnecessary and unreasonable. But that's basically what you suggested, take the cake pops to a separate party. Right? They're going to do exactly that and you're still butthurt? YTA. YTA. What harm is one more dessert? Why squelch your granddaughter's joy in baking and her desire to share that with her family? Do you just not like this one child? Or is it because the cake pops were not your idea? And I'm struggling with the idea that blondies are an elaborate dessert. Also, that cranberry cake, white chocolate madeleines and blondies are somehow coordinated. YTA and sound insufferable. I wouldn't attend your dinner either. I'd be at home eating cake pops. I also think you're confusing. Everyone seems to be on an agreement, with no one else wants to put up with the temper tantrum I'll throw if I don't get my way. YTA. You're a flaming asshole. This is the pettiest thing I've read in a long time. YTA. A stiff, unfun and uptight awe. Pull the rolling pin out of your ass and let the girl make her dang cake pops. YTA. From one grandma to another. YTA. Christmas is about love and family and being together. Not about serving perfectly coordinated desserts. YTAO. Get over yourself. Your dessert menu sounds pretty mundane. It's hardly Pierre Hermes. Trust me. Your granddaughter will remember forever that you thought her stuff wasn't good enough. YTA. I guarantee the cake pops would be a bigger hit than the cranberry cake. YTA. I thought Christmas was meant to be a time of goodwill. Sounds as if your gathering is also full of FAMILLLYY. Heaven forbid that Jenny, who has been looking forward to helping, who is now old enough to join in rather than just play in a corner, is allowed to ruin the ambience of this banquet by bringing some cake pops, which could be decorated as Christmas puddings, baubles, etc. Happy Christmas, Jenny, and parents enjoy a relaxing and fun-filled time at home. Up. It's time to change. I am 66. If one of my gran wanted to bring cake pops to add to the dessert menu, I would say this. Absolutely. YTA. And you're mean and close-minded. And you're gonna steal the Grinch's title, too. Ooh. Yeah. I know your type. Growing up, I had two sets of grandparents. My grandfather on one side died when I was a toddler. My grandmother on that side was amazing. She did everything herself, was a tough old farmhand who grew and processed her own food, including meat, until she got to retirement age. Even then she baked, cooked, canned, knitted, sewed, crocheted, gardened. That woman was a powerhouse of knowledge. She was also an infinite font of love and encouragement. She taught us how to do the things she did, but never discouraged or shamed us for our poor efforts. When we were kids, she let us help as much or as little as we wanted. And she played with us and took us places, and while I lost her in my mid-teens, my memories now, in my middle age, are still powerfully full of the love she showed us every single day. I remember vividly her voice, her hugs, every room of her home filled to the brim with good food and happy times. My heart still has a hole in it that aches, gently, for all the additional years I wish I'd gotten with her. Then there were my other grandparents. Grandparents. Visits to them were the worst. Sit still on the couch. Don't put your feet up. Stop wriggling. Pay attention. Don't touch that. Don't run in the house. Don't play with those. Don't make such loud noises. They wanted dressed up little performing dolls. And any of the grandkids who couldn't abide by the many rules of the house suffered their bad moods and snapping tones the entire visit. And the parents would hear about it after. They didn't share or teach anything with us. None of us were ever invited over. Not that any of us wanted to go over. They were simply grouchy old strangers related by blood. They died much later. I don't have any memories of them that aren't don't, stop, sit, stay, behave. YTA. A beautiful little 10-year-old soul is excited to share in and contribute to your traditions. With all the joy and sweetness of a young child learning their way around experimentation in the kitchen, she wants to share that joy and sweetness with you on a day you both find special. And your response is to have such high standards for your traditions that only children who are old enough and docile enough to accept you as a general in the kitchen may contribute. I hope you enjoy being the grandparent nobody likes but just cater to in order to avoid family drama. The grandparent that more and more family members get sick of having to cater to rather than being invited into a warm and loving home that wants them there just as they are, and slowly drift off and form attachments with other friends and family at other happier gatherings. I truly hope you enjoy it, because it's likely to get a lot lonelier and a lot quieter before you're done. You'll be left with those two meek to stand up to you. And the meek are rarely interesting conversationalists. And the sly who will hover around you in the hopes they'll be in your will. YTA. I don't think anyone at the party besides you would think twice about cake pops on the table. If anything, they would think it was sweet of your young granddaughter to do. There is no way she doesn't feel left out from the other two granddaughters. Also, this is just a party at your house, not like the White House. I can't imagine taking a Christmas party so seriously that I would put it over a little girl's feelings. I feel like most grandmas would be like, wow, these are beautiful, Jenny, and put them front and center.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.